Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be diving into Natas, a war game from OverTheWire designed to sharpen your web security skills. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. Now, let's jump in and start hacking our way through Natas. The level I'm going to do will be level 22, which involves HTTP redirection. And I'm going to show you 3 approaches to get the flag. Okay, so now we can copy this address as starting point. We can head over to Linux and make sure our proxy, Fox proxy is disabled first, and paste into address bar of the browser. Hit enter key on the keyboard. Now we need to provide username Natas22, and also we need to provide its password. We can get it from notebook. Copy and paste into password field. Sign in. No problem. Very interesting. Nothing in this area except this hyperlink. So without any hesitation, we can right click on this link and open link in new tab. So this is different from the previous level or levels, the 2 blocks of PHP code. So let's take a look at them one by one. The first block, as you know, I think I've already explained this built-in function of PHP, session start. It means that at the server side, the PHP application will start a session, will, for example, open something, write something like that, okay? Next, this is if statement. We'll need to check to see whether the get, this is special built-in variable, and this variable is array. You need to check to see whether this array contains the key, and this is the key name. And any admins can review the password, as you can see over here. So here, this is a bit different, or not a bit, very different from previous levels. Here, this condition, combines multiple condition, right? If the session is not empty, and if this session, this is another special type of built-in variable, and similar to get, this is still, or this is array, and need to check to see whether session array contains key name is admin, and then if the value of this key equals to 1, of course, as we know, I think it's for certain none of, maybe this one, not none of, maybe here is, yes, indeed, is not empty. But this one is false, and also this false. So the entire result for this would be false, and then because this will reverse the result, and so then will become the true. So then, because the condition is true, or the entire condition is true, so then we'll run this header built-in PHP function. So what this header function does, I've already opened up this page, This one is PHP header redirect is a method used in PHP to send a raw HTTP header to the browser to instruct the browser to navigate to different URL. So I think this code simply means when a user access, even we give this key or this parameter, and because the entire result for this if statement would be true, and then because of this function will instruct the browser to access the root of the site again. Okay, and let me show you what I mean. For example, if even we pass the parameter or query string, we can copy, and because the method should be get rather than post, we can press enter. As you can see, we still get the same page without anything except this view source code link. So what happens because of this function? And the next, of course, we need to manipulate this behavior. And the second block, this one, so the very similar to this one. So if the get array has or contains this key, and then we'll print out the result. So of course, without the first block, and I think this level can be done very, very easily. We just simply give the parameter reveal, okay? So the problem is, or the difficulty lies in this function, header function. So how to do? Let me show you in 3 different ways. The first one, we can use command line Q. If you have already followed my channel, you know this very well. I've been using Q command a lot. This is very fantastic command or utility. Okay, this is without GUI, but in some cases Q command is very useful and necessary. For example, if you get the shell without any GUI environment, so in that case, the Q is required to access the website. Okay, so I simply autocomplete this command. Here I use double hyphens to specify the basic authentication, the username, and also followed by the password. And then, of course, as we based on analysis of source code, we need to pass the parameter or query string, this string, and we do not need to specify its value. It doesn't matter because the web application will not check its value, just check to see whether the get array or get request contains this key. And by default, the Q command will not do redirection. Okay, this is very unlike browser. And although the Q command has option to allow to redirect to another location, but in this case, we need to restrict the direction, right? And for Q, we do not need to do anything because by default, Q will not redirect. Okay, so now we can simply press enter. And then, as you can see over here, we have been logged in as a admin user, and then we successfully get the flag. Okay, so far I've already demonstrated how to use command line or command Q to get the flag. Next, I'm going to show you how to use Burp Suite to do the same task. Let me go back to the browser and we can turn on Also, we can open up the developer tool, and we can enable or turn our proxy to Burp Suite. Then we can launch Burp Suite. Okay. Next, start Burp Suite. Now, after it's loaded, we can navigate to Proxy tab. Make sure to turn on Intercept option. Now, if we go back to browser and hit hit this address again, and we can get the new request, and then we can simply send this request to repeater module, and then we can navigate to repeater tab. And because we have to pass the parameter, make sure the get request array contains this key, and the key name is, we can get it from source code. And I think that's all. Next, we just simply send the request to the application, and then we can get a response. As you can see, our Burp Suite has already intercepted this 302. This means in direction. And because we have already intercepted this request, so we will not follow the instruction of this status code. And then, as Q command, we can get the flag or password without any problem. Next, I'm going to show you how to use Python to get the flag as well. Let me open up the editor of PyCharm. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, it's fine. We can right-click on this folder, what we are working on, and we can go to New Python file, and you can use any name for our program, like Natas 22, and PyCharm will take care of its extension of py automatically for us. Let's go back. I think we can copy this Q command from the browser, and we can paste in here. Then we simply copy this PHP code to clipboard, and then we can go back to PyCharm and paste in here. Next, we need to modify this code for our purpose. We need to import, as the previous levels in this series, we need to import the authentication module, and in this module has class HTTP basic authentication. This class can help us to handle basic authentication required by the web application. First of all, we can initialize the instance for this class basic, and this is the name for this instance or object, HTTP basic authentication. And we need to provide two arguments, Natas 22, and followed by the second argument is its password. We can get it from notebook and paste in here. And I don't think we need to contain cookie based on the analysis of source code. What the major data we should pass to the web application is query string over get request, okay, or with get request. So also we can come out this authorization line, because we will put it into the arguments of get method. Okay, I think we can remove unnecessary line breaks here. So next, the cookies, we can change it to authentication argument basic, and also we need to pass the parameters. Oh, not this one, parameter. Oh, we didn't define yet. So this one, parameters, and this should be string. And the key for this query string is we can copy from source code, paste in here, and we can pass an empty string as value. This doesn't matter because according to the source code, the application or web application just check the key name rather than the value. Okay, so now if we go back, so I can add one more space to make PyCharm a bit more happy. Now we can print out the response text, and I like to tell you this will not work. You know what I mean later. Okay, so now we can save our program and bring up the terminal window, run our program. As you can see, although there is no error with our program, unfortunately, we didn't get the password or didn't get the flag for the next level. So what's going on or what's wrong? You know, as the browser requests module will handle redirection like browser by default. Of course, we do not want the requests from redirection or from redirecting to the home page or root of the site. So how to do? This is very simple. We can pass another argument, allow redirects. By default, the value for this argument is true. Here, I want to change it to false. And now we can save our program and run our program one more time. Press enter. As you can see, this time we are logged in as admin and we successfully retrieve credentials for the next level. So to quickly recap, in this video I have demonstrated 3 approaches to get the flag, including command line, Q, and Burp Suite. You know, this is a fantastic web proxy utility. And also, to be more important, I demonstrated how to use Python to automate this process and how to, specify the option of allow redirects to make our program work properly as we expected. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.